Have your code and your ticker on this network, and you can't stop it from being traded.
Right.
And so there's a derivative, and then if there's liquidity bonding the prices together, so if, let's say you have Chainlink on Ethereum, and then after launch, price bounces around a while, but I bet that over time that these prices will move similarly.
Right.
Right. I think that the Link ticker on Pulsechain is likely to move similarly to the Link ticker on Ethereum.
Right. Just because of the bridge, right? And
well, because they're bonded by the liquidity.
Right.
And then it's the same code with the same ticker. Now, do you want to pay $100 or $300 to trade it on Ethereum, or do you want to pay a penny to trade it over here? And we already know this answer because they're doing it on other networks as well.
Yeah.
People do trading on alternate networks, and then we're the one that you don't like. Your coins are already here. You don't even have to bridge over.
Right.
You've already got your free coins here. You can already access them by changing one setting in your MetaMask. It's awesome.
Dude, it sounds
well.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's the trick. That's the magic. Is you launch this whole network with all these new coins. How do you get those new coins to be valuable?
Right.
But by not letting anyone ever stop the trading, by having the same tickers, and by giving people a reason to back the value of the things they got free.
Right.
By rewarding them with a yield farming token. It's like a giant vampire attack, basically. It's a giant vampire attack. Hart here. I just want to let you know that the Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched, and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this, and it's finally here. Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all product, Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.
Hey everybody, and welcome to a Pulsechain 6-month party. And I hope you liked that tribute to Richard Hart, of course, the founder of Pulsechain, Pulsex, and of course Hex. And a good way to tribute there with the party started, a classic Richard Hart dance party video, and of course some of the alpha about how Pulsechain will work and is working. So a big hat off to Richard Hart and his team of Pulsechain devs and Pulsex devs. Which has been amazing, and of course there's a few other devs out there as well working for him on different products, so pretty neat there. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we're going to get into a bit of a fun show. What day is it? It's Sunday here in New Zealand. It's currently 12:35 p.m. It is a super sunny day outside, nice and warm, and so we're going to enjoy that later on today too. Very, very cool. Hope you liked some of the imagery as well. We got Humberto in house there. Hello, Superman. And, of course, the RH family from Colombia. Big shout out to Humberto, as always. I like a trooper in every day. Nice beneath as well. Hello, how are you today? Very good. And we got Hex, EHEX, PLX Hex, and it's in it for the 100%. And, of course, we're celebrating a 6-day party. So, day 183. Day 183, and we're celebrating. It is very, very cool. Who else is in here? Hex Force 1. Good evening, Superman and Hexkins from sunny Arizona. Yeah, boy. Good to see Hex Force 1. Welcome to the chat. And we got Brian as well, a community leader. Big shout out to you, Brian. Always appreciate your work you do every day in our Discord and the community. Big shout out to Brian. J-Pon, good morning, Superman. Good to see you, J-Pon. Welcome to the chat, yo boy. We got Magnus in the house as well. Hey, folks, good to see Magnus. Welcome again to the chat. We've got lots of love from Magnus. Yes, we go. Crypto Capital as well. Woohoo! Let's go. Definitely. Wahoo! Wahoo! Kind of cool. We got Crypto Coin as well. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you, Crypto Coin. Welcome to the chat. Surely Fortress as well. Pump time. Pump it up. Yeah, we've got green candles today, as far as I can tell. We'll get to the Pulsechain results, but definitely looking green. And D-Hexkins as well. What's up, Hexkins, Pulsexkins all around the world. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's how we rock and roll. Looking good. Now, if you haven't joined the Discord, the links are in the video description. We've got 2 memberships now. We've got a general membership to access all the info and the cool community chats. But we also have a strategy club as well. Get in there, folks. I'm going to be talking strategy in there with a couple of other very experienced players in crypto. So you should get a lot out of that. That is also in the chat. So if you do the strategy club too, you also get, obviously, the general crypto Discord membership as well. So check that out. That's brand new. Stealth launch at the moment, just doing a quiet launch. But we're wrapping that up in the weeks ahead. So get in there while you can. All right, who else has jumped in here? I think that's it. Let's get into some of the results in the crypto market today. Obviously, with the weekend, it's still Saturday in the US, of course. Let's get into some of the details. Bam, there we go. All right, we've got the crypto market at the moment holding up pretty nicely. Bitcoin at 37,000. I'm pretty happy with that, down 1.1% today at the moment. Dominance of Bitcoin is at 50.5% on the old dominance there. Ethereum there pulled back down from the 2,100, but still holding up pretty nicely at 2,049, down 1.69% at the moment. And of course, we are on a weekend, a lazy weekend, but so far so good. Now, we have had some of the altcoins move, of course. We've got some real standouts there. You can see Link, AVAX, and SHIB all over 5%. They're all up higher than 5% there. And Crow also is up over 5%. Anything in dark green is up over 5%. I think that super dark green there is 10%. Yeah, 16% on Rune there. And what else we got going there? Everything in the light green is just under 5%, but greater than 0. So that's not too bad. Litecoin, Dogecoin, Tron, XRP. Some of them are just down slightly. Solana just down slightly. BNB and ADA there. Obviously, Solana had quite the tear at the moment, doing pretty well. We had some token unlockings and sellings. And we've also had some big buy interest from one of the big Bitcoin ETF crew. So that's probably what's been driving Solana there. And what else? I think that's kind of it. Yeah, that is the market. So let's jump over to Bitcoin, have a closer look at that. There is the Bitcoin chart on the daily. This is Coinbase, of course. And we had our golden cross. And, man, it's really nice. Look at that golden cross back here. And all the way up, we have gone at the moment, breaking high here. We're going to get some more of these kind of candles again. We may very well do that. I'll be looking out for that. We're going to obviously just chill around here at the 37,000 mark. But that 40,000 mark's definitely in sight. I think we'd get, rather than moving, slowly and surely, maybe we'll just get a big, nice move up over the 40. Maybe we might sneak up here from 37K up to maybe the top of the move, which was just over 30, just under 38. Maybe we'll just start to creep up to 38.5 and then bam, let's go and up into the early 40s. Keep a lookout for that. So definitely looking good is the old Bitcoin. Have we got some overlays? I think we have. Yeah, there's our overlays. And of course, with our window of opportunity in crypto continues on. And boy, is it playing out like a dream so far. So we're really, really cool. We had the Ethereum ETFs at the beginning of October. They kind of did a little move in Ethereum, not too much. And of course, then we had, obviously, the Fed has been playing along. We've been doing really well. No changes in the interest rates expected in December either. So looking good from the Fed point of view. We've got a little issue around the budget stopgap here. Probably try and do an update next week on that one. Obviously, we're getting closer to that. So we have only a couple of days to go until that plays out, which is 6 days. So we'll see how we get on with that. But I really like Mike Johnson. So let's see how we go. Most of the resistance, of course, coming from the big thrifty spenders and the Democrats. We've got BTC ETF there. Also window closing next week on the 17th. So next week's a pretty important week for Bitcoin. So we could get a nice little super rally in here, particularly up breaking that 40K. Definitely looking good. We've got a catalyst for that. So we'll keep a lookout for that. Either buy the rumor or just excitement about the Bitcoin ETF window. We may get 9 out of the 12 of them approved. That's possible. Otherwise, our next window for Bitcoin ETFs is 10th of January. So either we're going to get it soon or later. We'll see how we go there. But otherwise, everything looking pretty good, right? It's looking very good indeed for our window of opportunity. And I got the window of opportunity going all the way through to mid-January now, the 17th, which is potentially, if they do another stopgap, that could be continued on until the 17th of January there. What else we got going? We got obviously in April, we got the Bitcoin halving coming up. So that is the other big event as well. So we'll be looking forward to that, but not as big as this Bitcoin ETF, and potentially 12 of them launching. And obviously the huge capital that will flow from traditional finance. It's the holy grail. It's what crypto has been working towards for what, 14 years now, something like that. So exciting on the old Bitcoin. And you guys here at the right time. Man, aren't you lucky? Boy, oh boy, you're terribly lucky. Fortunately, you're lucky. No, I'm just kidding. You're lucky. It's a good time to be in crypto. And of course, at the right time of the market. Timing is always the most difficult thing. And you're here at the right time. So congratulations. Ethereum here at the moment. We had this big rocket day. This is what we're looking for, these candles, right? Getting some of these candles as well. Remember, we got pushed all the way up to 2,135 here yesterday, and we're about to close. I guess I don't know if this closes on my time frame, but 20 minutes to the end of the day, and we're at 2,045 on Ethereum at the moment. So let's see if we can get some nice consolidation here, and we've got our golden cross, right? So optimistic about the future here for the old Ethereum, and of course we want Ethereum to give us an altcoin season as well, move up stronger than Bitcoin. It showed that the other day. That's what we got there. That's what we want to see, and looking really, really cool. So remember, the all-time high was 4,900. So we want to break that as well. Some people are talking about 10K. Some people even further out. You've got 100K Ethereum in the future. We'll see if that ever happens, but definitely 10K looking promising. So that is kind of Ethereum at the moment. A very, very cool setup, which leads us into Pulsechain. And of course, we got the results for day 183. Before we get into that, though, let's catch up on the chat and see who else has jumped in here. There is the Discord link for the general membership. Definitely join that up. And of course, there's the strategy club as well. Stealth launch there, so get in on that too. Humberto Gonzalez says, hello, Brian. Brian is a legend. Good to see you, Brian. Like it up, folks. Definitely like it up. All right. So day 183, 6 months. 6 months. And let's just take a moment to take that in. 6 months. Very, very cool on that one. Still early, right? Still early. And of course, 183 days. We got Pulsechain at quadruple 726, up 1.8%, 73% of the mean sacrifice price. So we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. We're fighting back against the SEC. Maybe not in the courts personally, but the market is fighting back and onwards and upwards. So we go. Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 231, up 3% today. And we're currently at 23% of the sacrifice price, mean price. So that is, we've got a lot more work to do to push that up. But definitely we've seen Pulsex kind of lead the way last week or so. So that's been kind of cool. We got the buy and burn reached 550 billion almost. We're just shy of that at the moment, but 550 is probably here today. So looking pretty good. So that's the 6 month results. Not bad, right? So 2.67%. Awesome. So if we're 6 months, we just times that by 2, right? 5.67. We'll times that by 2 to get sort of an annualized run rate. That's 11.34%. Wow. Bought and burned up. Now, obviously, there's, the price of Pulsex can go up. Obviously, that lowers the amount that potentially gets burned. But then, of course, we're growing all the time. We've got more users, more volume. And so that can offset that. So it's going to be fun to see where we end up on the first year. But that is the current run rate just by doubling the current 6 months. And, of course, we've got all these protocols launching. We've got all the protocols. We're just at the beginning of the big protocols launching, the second wave, as I call it. And, of course, we've got over 180 projects expected to launch on Pulsechain, and that's growing all the time. More project teams are getting attracted to Pulsechain. The other thing is that we're seeing more influencers also getting attracted to Pulsechain and loving the gas fees, with Ethereum gas fees so damn high. I think that people are really starting to appreciate that in the bull market, Pulsechain is going to look hot. It's going to look hot to trot because it has all the elements of a success, right? Big community, big amount of developers, a big rollout and of projects, a lot of top projects, right? There's going to be winners and losers. That's always the case amongst entrepreneurial activity, but really is cool. We've got the big influencers, we've got high engagement, we've got the Richard Hart as the founder. I mean, we've got so much going for us, and of course we've got all these on-ramps and cross-chain bridges being built out on the Pulsechain. Really, the tentacles are going far and wide. So it was really, really exciting. And so it's good to see. We saw someone, was it Suppo Man, who's been in an interview with Richard before, to say how good gas fees are today. So that was really telling, that some people who are potentially critics are now starting to understand the greatness that Richard Hart is launched upon the world. And of course, are good for the bull market coming up. So 11.34% annualized. That's amazing for the buy and burn. And of course, that's going to have a bigger impact as we move in time, especially as we have growth, right? Growth, you got supply shrinking. So that's supply is shrinking. And then you got a bigger community growing. And you know what happens during bull markets with that. All right, incentive token at the moment, $1.11, up almost 1%. And we've got over 60 million incentive tokens in existence from the Pulsechain farm. And of course, we've got this this burn here from incentives here from the TRH protocol. That's sort of seems flatline now with the product changes and stuff. V4 coming though, V4 coming. Hex at the moment is 1.42 cents, down 2.66%. So on the weaker side is the old PHEX, but I think this is going to have a big move in the future on the old Hex there. And of course, at the moment, EHEX is at 78/100th of a penny. The combined price of EHEX and PX is at 2.2 cents. And that's where we're sitting at the moment. One PHEX will get you 196 pulse at the moment, and one PHEX will get you a 1.83 EHEX at the moment. That's kind of the play for day 183. That is the results for the first 6 months. And we're going to have a quick look at the charts, and then we're going to have a quick look celebration at all the stuff that has rolled out. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So we've got Pulse at the moment is at $0.7256. That is our daily channel there. We're in the top of the Bollinger Bands. We're still trying to break clearly into a new breakout. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. So we're just, pretty high, but not only overbought territory at 68 at the moment. That's kind of the play. In terms of getting up to, the let me add the overlays here. But getting up to the target here, this was Brennan's target at 8,200. It's still in play there, so still in discovery. And where we get to the SEC price here, back up at 0001 as a pre-SEC price, and of course also the mean sacrifice price. So in terms of percentages to get there, we've still got a little bit of work. Let me just get rid of the overlays there. A little bit of work, and that is 38% to get back up to that mean sacrifice price, which is also happens to be the SEC price as well, the pre-SEC. So 38% to get back up to there. All right, that is the old Pulse. We're going to get into Pulsex as well. Pulsex, pretty similar story, but we actually got a break up to the upside here. So maybe we're just waiting for a big green candle in here. That's kind of what I'm waiting for, a big green candle. So maybe something like this. And of course, the breakout's really up high here. So obviously the SEC price and the mean sacrifice price are different on Pulsex because obviously it was so much more dramatic, got down to below 10% of the actual mean price. But we're at 37% to get back to the pre-SEC price, which is quadruple 03162. And to get back to the mean price there, let me add the overlays back in. Bam. We've got in the short term, we've got potential upside here to quadruple 02555. And then, of course, the SEC price there is up here at 3,200. That'd be the next move from there. And, of course, get back to this the mean sacrifice price. We've got still quite a while to go there. And that is how much percentage? 332% to get back to the mean sacrifice price. So there are a couple of measures for you. So next short-term target, 2,500. The SEC price after that, 3,200. And then, of course, we've got to work our way back to this Pulsex. So we're going to have to expect some big green candles, probably like this. Maybe get some big green candles there to start moving us up there as well. Now, we do have whale resistance. So we obviously have had some whale resistance the last couple of days, kind of held back this move to some degree in the last 2 days. So we've still got that issue as well. All right. So let's go to the incentive token. Incentive token at the moment is $1.11. And if we look at the ratio at the moment is at all-time high low. Yeah, pretty much. We got to a low of 15,222. We're currently at 15,363, so just off the bottom there. And we've got 9 minutes to go in today's candle, by the way, for day 183, which is 6 months. Quickly looking at the Pulsex farms. Obviously, this is a 6-month view of Pulsex farms with about 9 minutes to go. So this is kind of an archive now. You can come back and look at this particular video and see what the APRs were for the first 6 months, at least at the snapshots after 6 months. And we got Pulsex there. Pulsex Pulse is at 6.3%. We've got $38.5 million value in there. We got DAI bridged from Ethereum with Pulse at 51.44%, $18.8 million. USDC from Ethereum with Pulse, 55% there at 6.6 million. Wrapped ETH from Ethereum with Pulse is 34.77%, $10.5 million in there. USD Tether versus Pulse there is at 57%, liquidity 6.3 million. And the Hex Pulse pair is at 9.4% there, 25.7 million in there. The incentive token versus Pulse, 43.86% and $11 million in there. And incentive token versus Pulsex, 38.74%, $12.5 million. So that's basically just reading out what's in front of you, but it's good to have it for the archive. We might as well do a readout. And there we go. Obviously, there's also yields for the V2 farms, and of course, you can go find those. Every time I try to pull them up, I have too much stuff open, so they don't render. But they're in here too with some nice yields too, so you can check that out. But they never seem to render when I've got so much stuff open. All right, that is Pulsex. That is one of the products from Richard Hart, of course. Amazing. No expectations product. There we go. Now, what do we have on here? We don't have the DAO. We don't have limit orders. We don't have single-sided staking pools. So those are all potential things that may come up in the future. Obviously, we have Richard's got the SEC meeting this week, this year. The court meeting, sort of a pre-hearing, isn't it, this month? So that is on the cards there. Let's jump over to PHEX. PHEX at the moment at 1.42 cents. Definitely having a bit of selling in here. And at the moment, we've still got our target at 2.5 cents if we break this line here of 1.544 cents there. So we'll see how we get on. That potentially a nice big 46% gainer on there. And breaking out, that is currently the PHEX. We obviously don't have far away to get to the SEC price either. That's 1.97 cents. Which is currently, how far is that away? That is currently 38% there as well. So this next move could break way through that. Reasonably expect that as well. Actually, that's not what I want to look at. I want to look at the RSI. RSI here at the moment, much cooler than Pulse and Pulsex, which are quite elevated. This is down at 56.57% there. So this little pullback here may be a real godsend for you if you're looking to accumulate, because that could come back up the other side here. And have a nice big of a super rally there. So keep a lookout for PX there. Feeling good about that despite the fact it's down the last 2 days. And that is maybe a nice setup for a move higher. EHEX there as well is currently at 0077. Pretty similar on the RSI. In fact, even cooler, almost back at 50, 51 at the moment. So yeah, that might have a really nice rally as well. I guess the whales will be looking at that. They'll be looking at this RSI, looking at this chart. We may see maybe Alex the whale back again. Who knows? But that is the play there on that one. All right. And, of course, that is already, it has been past the pre-SEC price, currently below that at the moment, with how much upside to get back to there. Pretty much 11%, so not too bad at all. All right. Those are the charts there. Pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool, which is pretty much that for that. Let's have a look at the validators quickly. We're going to have a quick look at the validators here. 50,822. Is that similar to yesterday? I think it is. So pretty much similar to yesterday. Pulsechain is the people's chain, of course. Validators around the world, decentralized. We got 1.63 trillion at the moment off the market of Pulse, which is pretty spectacular. 1.63 divided by the 15 trillion public supply. That equals a 10.866% there. So almost 11% of Pulse is off the market. And of course, we're waiting for for liquid loans to launch to collateralize Pulse and maybe get tons more of Pulse off the market as well. These are our leaderboards here, folks, on the validators. You can see the top ones here. KDP was here. I didn't see that one before. That's pretty funny. So yeah, validator store there. Of course, David Feather is crushing it there. 51% of active validators have gone through the validator store, so pretty important. So that just shows you how pivotal role that David has played there. A very important, kind of cool. We even got Big Lewowski down here, 143. So yeah, lots of players there for that. All right, that is it. Let's get into the gas prices as well. The gas prices at the moment, 6,000 beats 1 cent for a PulseX swap, 900th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, and 3/10 of a penny for a PSD2 transfer. Why be on Ethereum? Because Ethereum is 1,261 times more expensive at the moment, $16.60 to do a swap at the moment. And of course, it's maybe even get worse as we get further into the bull market. These prices will just get more shocking back over on Ethereum. Now, cheaper than Bitcoin, almost 2,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin at the moment. So amazing to be on Pulsechain. It really is super duper good as well. What else? We've got some other stuff in here. Let me have a look at the. We've got some PulseX stuff here. I'm just going to quickly snapshot this. Those are the trades at the moment. 216,000 trades. Volume $20 million. Liquidity there as well, 116 million. So some nice stuff there. All right, what else we got there? Just going to have a quick look on these bridge. We'll look at the bridge. I don't normally bring the bridge up here. I'm not sure about these stats on the bridge. That's all. That's the reason why I don't really talk about them too much. Not sure about the accuracy of those. But the blocks here ticking away. You can see we're 17 times faster than Ethereum as well. Of course, Pulsechain, the first full system state copy of Ethereum, back on the 10th of May this year. Pulsechain launched 183 days ago, and of course at 10:36 p.m. UTC time. Pretty amazing. So kind of cool. All right, let me have a look here. 10:36 UTC. I think that's the right time. Yeah, maybe not the PM part. All right, so cool. That is pretty much it. Let's jump into some of the cool stuff that's been happening that Richard had launched, right, as part of the 6 months birthday. And that is we had Pulsechain launch, right? Pulsechain.com. And it had all the details on it. Very, very cool. It's got the RPC setups for the network. What else? We have all the developer stuff set up there too. So that was pretty much out of the gate. Had all the goals of Pulsechain. Increase of Ethereum's value, enriched ETH users. All that sort of stuff. Easy to use. Lower fees. 17% faster than Ethereum. 10-second block times instead of 12. Obviously, friendly and all the rest of it. Game, pretty amazing stuff, really. So this is a really cool stuff. Obviously, the bridge as well, the official bridge has been ticking over very well also. So that is kind of one of the cool sites there. Obviously, we also had the team. Richard obviously can't just do it by himself. He had a pretty clever team put together. Some of the people, of course, involved were Bretep, who's been amazing, and of course, actually is one of the big influencers in the space now on the Hex Social platform. Gamma, of course, around validating. 3 Commerce Capital as well. SJB and a couple others that are not on here anymore, and also the PulseX team as well. He also obviously had 1 or 2 devs working on the Heart Wallet. We haven't seen much from that at this stage, but hey, that's always on the roadmap in the future. Things are a little bit different there after you have the SEC event, and of course things we'll see how we get on there. But of course, Richard's been very, very vocal lately, which has been pretty cool. I don't know if he's put a tweet out today about the 6 months, but he has been pretty vocal in the last couple of days and weeks, which is pretty cool. Putting out about advocacy and about PulseX, which has been pretty good from Richard. All right, we also got Pulsechain, Pulsechain Block Explorer at the moment, of course. So we have the Pulsechain.com website. We have the Pulsechain Block Scout Explorer, scan.pulsechain.com. It gives us extra information there. We see yesterday we had pretty amazing a number of transactions, 430,000. So that was a really nice big increase there. And of course, it's been performing pretty well. We're going to have several other block explorers that are third parties. We're waiting not for 9mm is going to have a block explorer. We're waiting for a Go Pulse is going to have apparently some Rolls Royce version of the Pulse Explorer, hopefully with some prices, US dollar prices on them. It would be very useful. So we're looking forward to that too. So we have got more stuff coming, but this is the one from the Pulsechain team. We also have the Beacon Explorer. And of course, this was really cool. There's got lots of features, of course. Some of them have been used, some of them haven't been used, but that's kind of cool. And yeah, we've been enjoying this. So it has all the blocks, of course, and people got to learn about epochs and slots and blocks. So if you were in Hex, of course, you were not familiar probably with this unless you were a bit of a crypto proficiency. And yeah, we got epoch, slots, and blocks, and everyone's got used to talking about those as well. Kind of cool. And you can see all the active validators in the house there. Kind of cool. So what one are we at, Mum? We're pretty much at 1 p.m. So pretty much rolled over 6 months on the day. And you can see that we're up to epoch 49,880 with slot 1,596,170 at the moment. And the current block is 18,807,981. So that's kind of after 6 months, that's kind of the block there kind of cool. I thought I'd just say that, but there we go. And we also had the Otter Explorer, right? So the Otter Explorer out there too. This is pretty fast, pretty simple, but you can get the stuff that you need. Like I say, we've got a couple more Block Explorers coming from 9mm and from GoPulse, which is apparently going to be a bit of a Rolls-Royce version. So that should be great. So a lot of cool products there from Richard Hart, 6 months into it. Very, very cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that bit of a celebration review there of some of the sites that have made a Pulsechain possible, which has been pretty neat. Hexodal says, I'm the 5th like here. Nice one, Hexodal. Definitely smash the like button, folks, if you haven't already. Check my pulse. Good evening, all. Good to see Check My Pulse. Wow, 6 months. That went fast. It did indeed. It did indeed. And Hexavator says, Hex gang catching the stream. Hey, nice one, Hexavator. Cool, cool. All right, let's play a little video here just to remind you. So we're 6 months in, right? We're 6 months in. It is still early. And here's a little word from Johnny Chaos, which I think is a wise word around accumulation. And, of course, we're still early in the cycle. So kind of neat. Let's listen to Johnny here.
Business. I told you guys, year one for Pulse is accumulation year. Period. If you expected it to go up 10x to 100x in the first couple months, first couple days, whatever you thought it was going to do, I told you no. I told you it takes 1 to 2 years for a new chain to even mature. I also said the price could go as low as 1/10 of the sacrifice rate. Because you get these moon concepts in your head and think that's what it's supposed to do. Those are expectations that you put on yourself, what you expected it to do. I can walk up to a roulette table and I can expect to hit 00 first shot, but it doesn't mean I'm going to now, does it? Okay? These expectations are what you put on yourself. It takes a new chain 1 to 2 years to even get out of the gate. Anybody that sold Hex year one regrets it. Yes, even at today's prices, year one prices were much worse, and selling Hex at year one prices sucked. You'd been better off selling year two. So where are we at with a brand new chain? Accumulation. That's where we're at. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you.
All right, so some wise words there from Johnny Chaos, and yeah, definitely turned out to be true. And people that have accumulated for 6 months are starting to reap the rewards, which is kind of cool. So much FUD out there, and much of it justified, and of course, but it was just a matter of accumulating, holding through, and here we are in the early stages of what looks like, at least for the very least, a mini bull market. So kind of cool. Now, we got some more news around Pulsex. Now, moving on from sort of celebratory stuff, is that we 9-inch sticks actually has a Pulsex single-sided staking out now and yield farming. And so I thought we'd get into that quickly. This has just come out. And so if we go to 9-inch, we can actually see that a Pulsex and Pulsex farm is now up there. Already $345,000 liquidity in there, 21.6% APR based on the calculator here. Which we know have been fixed up. So there we go. We got 9-inch and Pulsex out as well. 346.8% APR on that one. 78K liquidity in there at the moment. So those are the latest farms to end up in the farm pool here. Got quite a few farms operating at the moment. And of course, then we also have single-sided staking pools now for Pulsex. This has just come out as well. So you can see a single-sided staking there on Pulsex. Flexible APY there, 2% it says. And of course, APR locked there to 43% at the moment. It says it's got 28.9 billion Pulsex in there at the moment. So have a look at the farm details there. Yeah, 4%. There is a 4% unstaking fee within 72 hours. Just remember that if you're entering these kind of farms, single-sided staking pools. That is kind of it. We've also got staked where the ETH go there as well. It's got 54% with 1,160% APR there. So that is the latest from 9-inch. So they seem to have got control of the UI now. They seem to have got control of their roadmap and launching. So maybe it's time for them, slowly to get priced back up. That's kind of the play there. All right, let's go into the charts there. That is the news around 9-inch sticks. We're going to also got some news around internet money. I thought I was going to have a stutter there for a second. We've got internet money. So internet money wallet app version just published to Android, iOS, and Chrome. Currently pending App Store approvals. That is the versions at the moment, the latest ones there. Here are some of the features, enhancement fixes. The long-awaited Chrome lockout timer is here. The new deck support for our in-app swap is there as well. So if you want to do some in-app swapping, you can do it in the Internet Money wallet there. The profits go to the holders of the Internet Money token there. What's it called again? I've just forgotten that. Is it time token? I think it's time token. What else that we got there? We've got lots of different updates. Look at that. Wow. So yeah, all these updates in there. Look at them all. My goodness. I'm not going to read them all out, but there's tons of them. Very, very cool. So there we go. So that is from Internet Money. Now we're waiting for final. We're waiting for V1. In other words, commercial use, and of course they're going to have their final audits. That must be out pretty soon on the Internet Money. I haven't actually seen any update myself, but I've been looking out for it, and that is kind of the play there. They got some examples around trading benefits here. I guess the key one there, they said, what was the main thing there? Swapping from Pulse to Pulsex, Internet wallet, such as all the liquidity sources. So that is they've got an example around that, so you can check that out. So nice, cool update there for Internet Money. What else has we got in there? I think that was kind of it. Is it? I think so. Yeah, they got lots of cool feature updates there, so definitely worth looking. I'm not going to go through all of them. Pretty nice there. One thing I will say is that KG was on the Pulsechain tour in Austin and gave a speech there. He's in a nice suit there, and yeah, pretty cool. Speaks on some topics there, financial freedom. So nice one there from KG. All right, that is pretty much it from the news. Pretty quiet. Obviously, we're in the weekend. We're going to have a look at some of the product charts. Let's go have a look at the other categories. We've looked at Richard Hart. Let's look at the top PRC 20s and have a look by liquidity. We can see that PDI has gone below 5,000 there. Wrap Bitcoin is at $104 at the moment, up 2.3%. Let's have a look at some of these. I'm just going to have a look, see if there's any standouts. Link, which has 6,600 liquidity, is up 10%. Not too much movement there on the top PRC 20 list that I have. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to the third category, meme coins, and we'll look by liquidity as well. We got where'd the ETH go, down 31%. Ouch. Wow. Look at that. Woo! Hot dog and a dog. So yeah, that has been sold off from its pumpy period, and it's been sold down to $1. Got down to just the day it just finished at 86 cents there. So that is back at $1 there. But out of the hype for the 9-inch launch, it is gone and it is down now. We'll see where that goes in the future. Still got the farms going, of course, on 9-inch, but that is pretty much down. What else is happening there? Access Alive is at $5,200, up 2.7%. Mega is up 13% at the moment. Let's have a quick look at Mega chart. That is the Mega chart there. So definitely had a big pump, got sold down, and now has had a pump back up here. So what was it get down to? 9 zeros, 4,000. Now at 9 zeros, 8,300 on the old Mega. Reflux there is down 1%. That's had a pretty good time, isn't it? That one also got covered by Rag to Riches. That chart's still looking very good on the old Reflex one, or Reflux is it called? Yeah, Reflux. Paul Pleb is down 5 or 6% there on Paul Pleb. We'll quick look at that. That is down. Wow, that's down too. So all the meme coins got sold down for the 9-inch decks at the moment. We got PLD though is up 1%, so a bit of a reprieve there. PLD, but not much. It's also pretty much down as well. Just bounced off the bottom there at 3/500th of a penny. Now back at 4/200th of a penny at the moment. And we'll see. Just keep an eye on the oversoldness on the RSI. Might help you decide if you want to re-enter it into those meme coins there, and maybe go into some of the farms. Who knows? Could be one play. Well, once they pull back, could be a nice play to enter back in. Pepperlorian is up 3.8%. Pretty small liquidity though. So those are the meme coins. Let's go to the main category, which is category number 4, Pulsechain projects. And instead of looking by liquidity, I like to search by the 24-hour on this one. We've got the best performer at the moment, Pulse Reflections, still crushing it. And hats off to Pulse Reflections. They're constant with their online marketing, social media. So they keep that up, which I think is very important. But that is up 47% off the bottom here. So what's that? 5 zeros No, 6 zeros, 6,900. It's lost a zero. It's now at 5 zeros, 1,000 again. So back in the 5-0 game here, it got as high as 5 zeros, 4,000 is where it's been to. So it's still got quite a bit of work to get back to that pump. But, you know, typical pump out of the gate, right? Almost out of the gate. Water token from TRH is up 22%. That's pretty much it. BBC up 6% there. BBC at 15 cents. So still, you know, not quite the bottom, but certainly BBC there from 9-inch. The incentive token, they're back off 14 cents there. So up just slightly at the moment, up 6%. What else? Everything else is only up modestly there. We got Plant from TRH. Kira up 5%. Now, I think it's Kira's 1-year birthday. If I remember rightly, Kira's 1-year birthday. I think that's right, 5% today. So that's their birthday today. So we've got 6-month birthday for Pulsechain. We've got Kira's got their 1-year birthday. Pulse Kitten up 4%. Beetroot there up 4%. Beetroot is what we're looking forward to next, right? We're looking forward to their what is it? Their shake and steak. Their steak and shake. Their steak and shake. It's not steak and shake. Yeah, I think that's right. Steak and shake. They're coming up there. Single side staking. So we saw PulseX single side staking come out today for 9-inch, but we're looking forward to Beetroot also having that for all the Richard Hart coins. So that'd be fun to see 3.9. So more third-party utility for Richard Hart coins. I love that theme. I love that trend. Really cool. Fame at the moment, 70 cents, holding up there, 3.5% as well. That's kind of some of the highlights there at the moment. So lots of little gains there. The worst performer today is Holy from TRH. So a bit of a mixed result amongst the TRH tokens, and PLN there, which is down 12%. If you've used PLN, it's fantastic. I used it. I really liked it the other day. Oh, man, it is down. That should not be down. I think that's way too discounted. Yeah, market cap is nonsensical, though, of course, almost 11 billion. But, you know, the product itself is actually performing very well. I really, really like it. So there we go. All right, that's pretty much it on there. What else are we going to look at? We'll have a quick look at PZN there, see how that's performing. PZN. Let's have a quick look at that. PZN. Here's the one here. Let's have a quick look at PZN with the Zen system. Just down the last 2 days, but otherwise it's been doing very well, I think, is the old PZN. And stablecoins. Have a quick look at the CSC stablecoin. Yesterday, remember, it was at 97 cents. Today it is at 98, so back up a bit here today. Let's see how it gets on. Back to $1. Remember, it's always redeemable back for $1. So we'll see how that goes. Anything else that's interesting on here? Maybe not. Let's have a quick look at the 9-inch there. We'll go to 9-inch to see whether it's had a rebound in any way, of course, from that. That's a BBC. I want to look at the 9-inch one there. Let's see if the 9-inch is going to rebound. Let's have a look at this one. All right. That is the 9-inch at the moment. So we came all the way down pretty much close to the sacrifice price, and we've just managed to bounce up a little bit there from that. Quadruple 01689 is the bottom in. That's the question you ask yourself, is the bottom in? And of course, is there a chance to get some nice little profits off the bottom there? Question mark. And now market cap 16.88 million, pretty similar to the amount of sacrifice. Obviously, this is just Pulsechain, also has Ethereum, so you got to add that on top, which I think yesterday we said was 20 million, was it? Something like that. So picking the bottom off here might be quite good. We'll see how we go. All right, that is pretty much the roundup from Pulsechain 6 months. And, you know, one of the cool fundamentals is that Ethereum is so expensive. And as we move into a bull market, Ethereum is going to be unbearable for a lot of people and the retail players, even amongst the bit large holders that will probably squirm. This is the last day on Gwei on Ethereum. Look at these spikes. I mean, woo, far out. They're just unrelenting. At the moment, we're coming down to actual low point, and we're up 21.5 Gwei at the moment. But man, oh man, look at this Gwei. Unbelievable. Last 7 days, look at this stuff. We even spiked over 250 the other day. This is just an opening taster about what Ethereum would look like with the gas fees. And of course, Pulsechain really does help big time with this. And of course, you get to pay for a fraction of a penny with the potential for upside X returns being so much greater. It really is kind of cool there. All right, you might probably find that as Ethereum gets more expensive like this, and that more people will start to realize they've got copies of their tokens on Pulsechain, and Pulsechain is starting to really rally, and we'll get more and more users. So that theme is what we're expecting to reasonably play out. To what extent, we'll find out. It's an empirical question, but people have their airdrops over on Pulsechain, and many of them don't even realize it. So we'll see how we get on. All right, that brings us into the Hex Daily Stats, of course. Before we do that, let's catch up in the chat there and see who else has jumped in here. What do we get up to here? Yeah, that's probably the best phrase of the day. Wow, 6 months, that went fast. Yeah, it kind of went fast. It started off slow, but that's gone pretty fast now. We got Matt and Barley in the house. Howdy all. Hey, Matt, good to see you. Matt and Barley is currently Matt in Perth. Bloody cold in Perth, he says at the moment. Yeah, well, it's pretty hot here, good old New Zealand at the moment. We got Torres in the house there. Hi all, good to see you, Torres. 9-inch dying badly. Dying bad? Hope they can turn it around. But I'm out for now, says Tom Boss. Well, quite a few people are out for now, but you know that chart does seem to have stabilized for a bit, and they seem to have flawlessly launched their Pulsex, from what I can tell. So yeah, we'll see how they go in the next couple of days. 9-inch is flourishing. People are falling for the coordinated FUD, or people on the know buy the floor cheap. Yeah, so that's the counter argument there. Big Hoona in house there. Hodl, we will all rock it, says Big Hoona. Absolutely. You can't go wrong with the Richard Hart tokens, can you? That's kind of the golden strategy of the channel, and Lies Beneath brings it every day. We got Kim over there on Superman Crypto. Hi, sir, and all sirs. Good to see you, Kim. Welcome to the chat there. Yes, hopefully the SEC can get those fees sorted. What else there? Bit late, says Kim. I've been buying. Hey, you can't apologize for being late when you've been buying. Accumulate, as we say. Blair's in the house there. Hi all, good to see you, Blair. Welcome to the chat. And Ryan there says Zen gonna make us all rich, says Ryan. Zen's doing very well. Obviously, in a high gas environment for Ethereum, it means that Zen performs very well. And I think the two best chains for Zen are easily Ethereum and Pulsechain. I think that's the way it goes. I think Pulsechain is performing very well for Zen. We've had basically all the issues that were on other chains. Pulsechain has not had them. We've had the flawless launch of the Zen protocols. We've now got 6 of the Zen protocols on Pulsechain. We've got Zen Classic, PZen, of course, the current token. We've got Zen NFTs. We've got the DBZen crypto. We've got DBZen NFTs, and we've got GDZen. And of course, there's other protocols coming as well. So at least 2 that I know of. So it's going to be fun. I probably expect to see maybe Zen Game coming. The Pulsechain definitely plausible. And there's another project as well that could be coming. So to keep an eye on that one. Kim says was only down 18%. Only down 18%, was down 57% weeks ago. Hey, nice to see that recovery there, Kim. And good time, says Kim. I'm glad to hear that. Remember to pick up the good stuff, Kim. Pick up the good stuff. BlackRock and JP Morgan looking into Pulse could be a nice option. Yeah, not at the moment, not while the SEC is on, but definitely with enough advocation, that's definitely plausible in the future. Maybe next year sometime. Definitely plausible there. All right, how about that? 48. Let's get into it, folks. Hex.com. Let's see if the stats are out for the daily payouts. Hex.com. Check it out. Links in the video description. Of course, you can buy Hex on either Ethereum or Pulsechain, then burn it for T-shares. T-shares are like your miner token, and you can start mining more Hex. Pretty cool. And so let's get into it. Hex.com. Links in the video description. Here we go on the results here. I'm not sure we got the results in for today. We got yesterday's results in. We didn't have that yesterday, but yesterday's result was 7.006 for Hex on Ethereum. We're waiting for day 1440, of course, to come out, and that has not come out yet now. But we do have Pulsechain. Pulsechain seems to be coming out first. So Pulsechain, it says 1440, but it's actually day 183 on Pulsechain. 11th of November. Look at that, 11th of November. Can you believe we're almost at Christmas time, almost the end of the year? It's unbelievable how fast. Like 6 months might have gone fast. But hey, look, I think 6 months has gone slowly from my point of view. I've been covering every day just about on the Pulsechain launches. We're documenting Pulsechain on this channel. But the price change down 2.9%. That is the play. Payout per T-share is 6.667 Hex per T-share. We've got the share rate up 5.1 to 30,317. And just a reminder that the share rate is expected to jump on the 22nd. So in 10 days' time, we're expecting this to jump by 1,400 Hex per T-share. Just remember that. So if you're getting your T-shares, get them in the next 10 days. You know, you guys that watch this channel, you know, you're getting reminded most days by me just to remind you, if you are looking to get T-shares, that you really should get them in before the next 10 days, because it's jumping up quite a bit. Every T-share is going to cost you about $10 plus on Ethereum and $20 plus per T-share on the Pulsechain side. So remember that. And obviously, as the price of Hex goes up, that gets more expensive. So if we go up a lot more in the next 10 days, that's just only going to get more expensive there. So just remember that. All right, average mine length there, 6.87 years, and the APY for existing T-share miners on Pulsechain for Hex is 37.78%. Looking at the ownership pool, the T-shares are down 16,940, and we're sitting at 9,807,000 T-shares in the ownership pool for Hex that are mining Hex out of the reward pool. 9.7% of all Hex is locked on Pulsechain. We had 1 million penalties today, almost exactly, and we got 65.4 million Hex in the reward pool there, looking pretty juicy. So you have the ownership pool with T-share miners or T-shares in it, and then you have the reward pool or payout pool with Hex in it. And basically, the people in the ownership pool, they get to earn that Hex every day. That's as simple as that. Really is cool. Current holders at the moment, liquid holders up 3, miners up 3 today. So we've got 124,459 miners on the old Pulsechain for day 183, 6 months into Pulsechain. There we go. Hex looking gorgeous over on Pulsechain. We haven't got day 1440 out for Ethereum. That'll probably come out just after the live stream, but we'll probably cover that tomorrow. What else are we going to say about that? We're on day 1441 now on the old Ethereum side, and day 184, the first day of the next 6 months. So, and the rest of your life. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so pretty cool. We're also coming up on Hex's 4th birthday. That is racing ahead of us too. That is less than a month away. What was that, 3 weeks or something like that away? We're getting close to the 4th birthday for Hex, about 3 weeks away. And of course, then we're going to be in year number 5. Number 5 is alive. If you love that movie, put a thumbs up. Put number 5 in the chat there if you know what I'm talking about when I say number 5 is alive, because we're about the end of the 5th year, only a couple of weeks away from that. Isn't that amazing? So a big shout out, of course, to Richard Hart, who's made all this possible with his awesome dev team. So this is Richard Hart, of course, a force for good, and of course, got to give tribute to the, probably the greatest founder in crypto now. I think establishing his legacy in crypto is going to be pretty amazing. Of course, one of the frontiers of modern society is crypto. I think we can all argue that, both technologically and tokenomically. How about that? Even the guy that will install a bidet for his mum. So there we go. Pretty much a servant to many, and deserves full credit for that as well. It's always good to say thankful for people that serve, isn't it? And of course, we have Armistice Day and things like that in the world. People that have served for our freedom. So tribute to all those soldiers that have fallen and all those soldiers that have served as well. I think you've got to give respect to where respect's due, that we enjoy the freedom that emanates. Of course, pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Of course, hex.com, check it out. And of course, richardhart.com, check out Richard Hart. If you're new to Richard Hart, want to find out a bit more about him, good place to go to do that too. All right, that was 6 months. Can you believe it? Happened so fast. All right, let's have a look some back here. We've got some more comments. We got actually demessiated announced there. Perhaps if you all put more of your economic energy into the 4RH products that appreciate that much faster, just the thoughts that's accommodated. That's true. We've also got a lot of good utilities on Pulsechain now too, accommodated, so they're probably going to do well also. Kim says if the SEC can finish the inspection of Pulse, then yes, and situations should look into it to match Solana, says Kim. What else there? Superman done told you, academic said, indeed. Richard Hart for the win, says lies beneath, 100%. Kim says, nice. I hope the SEC can help Richard with applying the Howey test. I think Richard's going to help them with the Howey test, probably, Kim. I think that's probably more the other way around. But appreciate your insights there, Kim. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed that 55 minutes in the hour. That's the fastest live stream I've done for a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed that 6-month party. What a treat it has been. And I'm probably going to play Richard Hart's dance video on the way out to celebrate. So once again, you guys are in the best crypto community in the world, and it's going to play out. It's first 6 months. Man, what's next 6 months going to be like? Very excited. We're expecting to see Liquid Loans launch, Power City launch, and many other protocols launching this month and into the end of the year. So you're in the best place in crypto. It is so cool, and I hope you enjoy paying 1 cent for a transaction or less, because I do. When I go back to Ethereum, I go, ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. There goes my lunch money. And wow, it's so good to be on Pulsechain. All right, I'm going to play out a video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Enjoy your weekend. Get out there if you can in the sun. Sunny outside today. Do that. And of course, if you haven't got into a Discord, we've got a general membership and a strategy club now. Get into that early while you can. And I look forward to seeing you in Discord. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. If you want to join as members of Superman Crypto or Hex Token channel, hit the join button on YouTube and join up today. All right, take care. Let's play out some cool music. All right, peace out. Bye for now.